I did not want to have to come in here with a video like this today. I did not want to do it, but I came across some information and I'm just asking, how much more, Lord? How much more are you going to put onto our shoulders? This is a screw worm. A screw worm. And our government has labeled it, our government and our media has labeled it the New World screwworm. There was a point in time in United States history where we were infected with this little beast right here. But it was eradicated back in the 1960s. However, it is back. It is back. It has been found that Texas has two cases opened where the cattle has been infected with the screwworm.
This morning, concern among cattle farmers now that a case of New World screwworm has been detected in the U.S. The Agriculture Department confirming a calf in South Texas is infected with the parasitic fly, which can kill livestock if not treated.
This pest does not cause any sort of a food safety issue. It is not a disease, but simply an insect that feeds on living tissues. Animals treated early enough will recover and are safe to enter the food supply system.
The news comes just days after Secretary Rollins dismissed a local lawmaker's warning that screwworm was detected in Mexico, just a mile from the U.S. border.
Screwworms are very aggressive. They kind of hook themselves into live tissue, and it can be very, very destructive.
The parasitic flies were eradicated from the U.S. back in the 1960s. A human case was confirmed in an international traveler last year. That person recovered.
This is something that sounds very scary, but the threat to humans, especially people in the United States, is very, very low at this time. People who are at a higher risk are individuals who hang around livestock.
But one major concern is the beef industry, which is already struggling. Beef prices are up 13% in the last year. One factor, fewer cattle. The U.S. cattle herd is at a 75-year low because of extreme weather, high feed costs, and industry consolidation. The screwworm could make matters worse.
Since cattle are much bigger and much slower to reproduce, it takes many years to fix the problem.
In response, the government is ramping up efforts to release sterile flies and will quarantine the area in Texas where the infected calf was found.
Like I said, they have found a second calf or cow that is infected with the screwworm. I don't know about you. I don't want no beef at this point. And in knowing what I know, I want to know if Donald Trump rolling back regulations has anything to do with the screwworm coming back into existence. You see, Donald Trump rolling back these regulations have allowed it so that these corporations, these companies can now cut corners, regulations that were put in place to protect us, the consumer, but it costs the company, the organization, the business, money. And here we are. Data centers popping up all across the country in our neighborhoods. And now the screwworm. Environmental Protection Agency shut down. This is what a Donald Trump presidency gets you. I don't want no beef at this point. From what I heard, Canada has also closed its borders when it comes to the beef industry because of this screwworm. I don't know if that's true. That is just something that I saw scrolling over there on social media. Ebola is back in play. They have several cases popping up where people are infected with Ebola. Have y'all seen that? We still have issues with the measles. Yeah, COVID ain't never went away. So COVID is still a factor. Yeah. And who knows what else is out there that we haven't found out about yet. That little screwworm latches on to an open wound. And it feeds and lays eggs. And it infects the calf. And then once the larva, the eggs hatch, turns into that fly, and that fly finds another calf with an open sore, and the process starts all over again. I was in the grocery store this morning. I wanted oxtails, but I knew I could not afford oxtails. A pack of oxtails is $30 in the grocery store. So I looked for like beef soup bones, because sometimes they cut those to where they have enough meat on them that you can fix it up like oxtails and it's just as good. Those by the pack are $30 and ain't much beef left on the bone. Now they're dealing with the screwworm. The screwworm that was eradicated back in the 60s. But Donald Trump is back in office, and here we are. Regulations rolled back. Environmental Protection Agency shut down. And the screwworm is back. Anywho, I did go to the nail salon, the black-owned nail salon. Look at my nails. Aren't they gorgeous? They're gorgeous. Shop clean, friendly staff, quality service. They did things to my nails that threw me off, because they don't do that at the Asian shop. Prices comparable. Baby, I was falling asleep in the pedicure chair. Relaxing atmosphere. You don't feel like you're on an assembly line with 1,000 other people. Did I say the prices were comparable? And they did things to my hands and feet that the Asians didn't do? Anywho, I'll post a screenshot of the nail salon for those of you that are in the Atlanta metro area. I'm over in DeKalb County. This shop is over in Smyrna. I had to drive to get to it, but yeah. Anywho, that's all I got. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'll see y'all in the next one.